Well, it's been a few weeks since I've come to you with a brief time in Matthew. I've been on vacation and a lot of things have been going on. So um, if you've been waiting patiently for this content, here it is. We are looking at a passage from Matthew chapter 9. So let's jump right into that. It says that Jesus went through all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom and healing every disease and sickness. And when he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. And then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field." In Mark chapter 6, we see some more of the context of what's going on when he says this. In Mark 6, it says, "The apostles had gathered around Jesus, and they reported to Jesus all that they had done and taught as Jesus had sent them out." And then because so many people were coming and going, they did not even have a chance to eat. And so Jesus said to them, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." So here they were. Jesus had sent out the apostles to go minister to these communities, and they had done miraculous signs, and they had taught the teachings of Jesus. And so they've come back and they've reported what they've done, but what it's caused is such a stir that so many people are around them, and they're just exhausted. So they need to go off to a place and find some rest. And it says that they went away by themselves in a boat, but many who saw them recognized them, and they ran on foot from all the towns, and they got there ahead of them, so that when Jesus landed, he saw a huge crowd, and he had compassion on them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. The word I want us to focus in on today is this word, compassion. Recently, I had breakfast with my adult children. For those of you that don't know, I have three adult children, 19 to 25. And I've been having breakfast with them, and we were doing a study on this passage and on the term of compassion. And so I asked, what does compassion mean? And like you might expect, and maybe you would define, it was defined as concern for somebody else, or empathy for what somebody is going through. But I think what we absolutely see here with Jesus is that compassion is actually much more than that. We can have deep concern for somebody and still not do anything about it. We can wish that something would happen well for that person, and then move on about our day. Here we see a picture where Jesus and his disciples, they were exhausted. They needed rest. They needed a time alone. But here were these people that were just clamoring for the teachings of Jesus, clamoring to be touched and to be healed. And Jesus has compassion on them because they have no other leaders that are taking action to help them in their time of need. Compassion then is this. I think there's a couple definitions. Compassion is concern for someone else that leads us to action. Another good definition, I think, for compassion is meeting somebody's deep need, even at the cost of what you want, or maybe even what you need. I wonder today if there's somebody or something that could interrupt your life that you would have compassion on them. Maybe there's somebody that's come to your mind, somebody that you need to reach out and pray for, somebody that you need to help along their Christian walk. Maybe there's somebody that you work with that is just really struggling, and this is a chance for you to be bold and step out in active compassion to help them and show love to them. I don't know what it is, but I would just ask that you would take the time to quietly pray in the presence of the Holy Spirit, that He would give you somebody to show active compassion with today, and that you would just give Him thanks for that name and step out in faith to do what God is asking us to do. I hope this is something that you needed today. I know it's something I need every day. Remember to show compassion and be one of those workers, be one of those leaders that Christ is calling His church to be. I hope you have a great day.